Anambra State wins 4 prestigious awards in innovation and digital economy. And the LEA Anambra State chapter seizes illicit drugs weighing 3.3 tons. Nigerian government to partner with China in infrastructure developments. Houthi rebels set fire to UK tanker in the Red Sea. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Details of the news. I am Priska Wango. Anambra State has received 4 prestigious technology awards for its commitment to digital development. The awards were presented during the ICT peer review session at the 11th National Council on Communication, Innovation, and Digital Economy meeting held in Kano. At the helm of the meeting was the Minister for Communications and Innovations and Digital Economy, Dr. Boston Tijani. The governor of the state host, Governor Engineer Abiri Kabi Yusuf. The state achieved the overall winner, Best State in Digital Technology Development Award for scoring the highest in all categories and showcasing its dedication to advancing its digital landscape. Anambra also won the first position, Best State in Digital Infrastructure Technology Development Award, and the first runner-up in both e-government implementation and digital technology human capital development. The awards reflect the strategic vision and execution of Governor Chukwuma Soludo's leadership. Receiving the awards, the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Anambra State Information Communications Technology Agency, Mr. Fred Abata, praised the Governor for creating the enabling environment as well as a vision which guides the agency in line with the Everything Technology, Technology Everywhere mantra. In 1 year, we successfully removed 3.3 tons of illicit drugs from circulation in Anambra State, but this success cannot be sustained with the support and cooperation of community leaders and stakeholders. This is according to the State Commander of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency and the LEA Anambra State Command, Mr. Daniel Unyishi, while calling for the cooperation of community leaders to end the menace of trafficking in illicit drugs in the state. Correspondent David Akpowasale completes the report.
Mr. Onyechi, who was speaking when he led a delegation of the management staff of the command to pay a courtesy visit to the traditional ruler of Oka, Obi Gibson Nwosu, asked community, religious, political and opinion leaders not to see illicit drugs trafficking as a business but as a crime that destroys communities and societies. He emphasized that all hands must be on deck to ensure that the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crimes, UNODC's prediction that 20 million Nigerians will become chronic drug users by 2030 does not come to pass. The NDLA boss reassured of the commitment of the agency under its chairman and chief executive, retired Brigadier General Buba Marwa, to stifle the supply of dangerous drugs such as crystal methamphetamine across the country.
And we see drug not as a business. That's what I encourage people. Don't see drug as a business. See drug as a crime, as a destroyer. So by the time you see drug as a destroyer, as a crime, then all of us have to come together and make sure that nobody sells drugs in the community.
Responding, Obi Nwosu pledged the support of the community to help the agency eradicate illicit drug abuse and peddling from the capital city and expressed worry that if treated with kid gloves, it will contribute to the festering of other forms of crimes in the city. On their part, the traditional Prime Minister of Oka, Chief Benjamin Okoye, and the youth leader of the community, Mr. Ike Kwezenwa, commended the NDLEA for their efforts so far in taking illicit drugs out of circulation in the state and stated that the fight against drug trafficking in the capital city must be innovative and cooperative given the diverse and dynamic population makeup of the city. Exchange of souvenirs between the Oka monarch, Obi Nwosu, and the NDLEA boss, Mr. Onyichi, were the high points of the visit, with witnessed by members of the Ezozo in Council, kingmakers of the community, and Ndeada Ezozo from the Ezozo Palace in Oka. I am David Okwasi reporting for ABS News.
The Transition Committee Chairman of Oka South Local Government Area, Mr. Thangod Enago, says the council is positioned towards achieving the outcome of the 2024 Executive Council Retreat recently organized by the Anambra State Government. Speaking to the ABS, the Oka South Mayor said with the retreat as a roadmap, the council area will help to hasten the implementation of the governor's blueprint, which prioritizes the transformation of the capital city. We have details of this report from here.
He maintained that shortly after the retreat, the council was briefed on the outcome as it concerned the communities in the area, which he said will afford the workers the opportunity to brainstorm how best to move the council area forward in line with the solution agenda. Mr. Anago appreciated Governor Soludo for his policies and programs since he assumed office, which he said has clearly shown the people of the council area that he is committed to achieving all his campaign promises to them. He listed numerous life-changing projects such as the free basic education, antenatal and delivery services given to children and mothers, as well as award of major roads in the area as testimonies, and promised that they will continue to domesticate all the state government's innovative policies and programs in the council area for their people to fully benefit from them.
We are getting lion's share from the entirety of the state. Because we are the governor here, all the roads built away. Same of first start. What we were before, the 5 day 2, we are the city that people back. And it's emulating. It's intentional that we're doing it because he wants to beautify Oka South as the capital of the state. So others will emulate what is here and they put forth their own thing. So Mr. Governor is over. He does this stuff and he does this stuff.
Contributing, the North Chairman for Oka South, Comrade Obinna Ezonye, thanked Governor Soludo for his choice of team members and testified on behalf of the workers that they are receiving the dividends of democracy through projects that have direct impact on the residents.
Oyisi, thank you very much. Oyisi, I can I cannot thank you enough. Oyisi, how may I talk? I His Excellency never of man, and I'm out. I am off man. A boy, a Georgia.
The member representing Oyi and Ayamelum Federal Constituency, Honorable Maureen Gwacham, has emphasized the need for women to encourage and motivate each other to remove the barriers that limit the progress of women in the country. Honorable Gwacham stated this when a delegation of All Women for Initiative Nigeria, AWIN, paid a courtesy visit in Oka. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike filed in this report.
AWIN is a dedicated women's group committed to harnessing the potential of different sectors of the economy for the growth and development of women, the girl child, and vulnerable children in the country through advocacy and other initiatives. Receiving the delegation, Honorable Gwacham appreciated the association for their support to women and the girl child, especially the vulnerable, and restated her commitment to creating opportunities and advancing the rights of women towards actualizing their full potential in life. She stressed the need for women to support fellow women and assure them that her representation is grassroots driven and intended to meet the needs of the poor and the downtrodden in the society.
For any woman to make it, and not through a man. Yes. Achievement on your promotion. So many women make it without the help of a man.
Earlier, while intimating the federal lawmaker on the reasons for the visit, the leader of the delegation, Comrade Stella Ibuka, stated that the group is driven by the vision to realize a society where the dignity, rights, and virtues of womanhood are protected and preserved. They solicited the collaboration of the lawmakers to champion the rights of women, to amplify and advocate for the voices of Nigerian women, youth, and children who face multifarious and unique challenges in the society.
The Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, has enthroned Wabweze Stephen Obugo as bishop. The enthronement ceremony held at Abo Primary School Field, Miatana, Anambra West Council area, and was officiated by Bishop Amos Obiera of Life of Faith Gospel Assembly. Staff reporter Odinaka Nwulisa tells us more.
Bishop Obugo, who is the General Overseer, Jesus Grace and Power Gospel Church, Otuocha, and the incumbent chairman, Anambra East of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, as well as immediate past chairman, Civil Society Organization, Omombala Chapter, was surrounded by friends and well-wishers who came to rejoice with him. In his exhortation, the state chairman, Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, Bishop Moses Ezedebego, said Bishop, as the spiritual leader, is committed in shepherding the flock and propagation of the gospel, occupied a revered position as God's representative on earth, acknowledging new elevation as a blessing that will usher in spiritual turnaround in the community. He pleaded for prayers and support in his ministry.
Bishop mi ihe ọ pụtara bụ onye isi ọchịchị nke ibe mmụọ.
Speaking at the event, Bishop Amos Obiora spelled out his duties in accordance with God's command, emphasizing the need to assist towards ensuring orderliness in the society. He prophesied that the enthronement will rekindle spirituality in the area. For Bishop Mordecai, the new position signifies symbol of authority as well as call for more responsibility. Speaking in an interview, Bishop Obugo expressed gratitude to God for the elevation, stating that it is not by his power and strength, rather God's grace and providence, even as the wife, Mrs. Antonia Obugo, thanked God for honoring them.
So nebele in the Bible, no onye mere mma na Chukwu ya eme mma. Onye mere nzukọ Kraịst mma Chukwu ya eme mma. Biro na ndị igwe na ndị bishops, ndị abịalbe eme bishop. Ọ bụ na be na emere ọbụma be emere bishop. So na ana m ekpele.
In a remark, the traditional ruler of Umuobanam, Igwe George Ekwalo, thanked the bishops for finding their son worthy. Many who spoke to ABS reflected on his historical journey over the years, prayed God to equip him for the divine assignment. Friends and well-wishers in their goodwill messages urged him to remain steadfast in the Lord's vineyard. Signing of oath of office administered by Barrister Emma Uduaka and his counterpart Barrister Onyinye Uzoma. Presentation of gift of a car by Umuime family featured at the event. From Miata Anam, Odinaka Nwulisa, reporting.
Nigeria and China are in talks on ways to enhance infrastructural development and economic growth in Nigeria. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Tugar, disclosed this to journalists in Abuja, the country's capital city, after a closed-door meeting with a high-powered Chinese delegation led by the Director General of the Department of African Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, China, Mr. Wu Peng. ABS Abuja Bureau Chief Princess Ikwe Ajide filed in this report.
The meeting with Nigerian Foreign Affairs Minister Ambassador Yusuf Tugar is a prelude to a ministerial and presidential visit to China later in the year. According to Ambassador Tugar, infrastructure is a cornerstone of President Bola Tinubu's development agenda, hence the need to further expand trade and economic cooperation. The minister said reciprocating the visit to his counterpart in China could create a fertile ground for closer collaboration and strengthen ties. Mr. Peng.
A range of discussions surrounding the very close and strategic relationship between Nigeria and China. As you are well aware, Chinese companies are involved in major infrastructure projects in Nigeria.
Mr. Peng, on his part, hyped on support for Nigerians' industrialization and valued added manufacturing, particularly in battery-related materials, a sector where Nigeria holds rich potentials. He pledged China's support for Nigerians' aspirations on the global stage, especially on the call for increased African representation in the United Nations Security Council. Mr. Peng noted that some of his country's contribution and involvement in Nigerians' projects, including the railway project, have led to job creation and local economic empowerment.
China still ready to committed provide financial support under your request to your infrastructure course. Of course, in a sustainable way. With Honorable Minister, we also discussed how we can, help your country's local industry.
A tanker with links to the UK is on fire in the Gulf of Aden after being hit by a missile fired by the Houthis. The Yemeni movement said it targeted the Mali Luanda in response to American-British aggression. The US and the UK have launched airstrikes on Houthi targets in response to attacks on ships in the Red Sea region. The US military said the Iran-backed group hit the tanker with an anti-ship ballistic missile and naval ships that responded to its distress signal. The operator of the vessel is registered as being Oceanic Services Limited, a UK-registered company. Al Nassr forward Cristiano Ronaldo has hinted he will be fit again soon as he prepares to face eternal rival Lionel Messi. The Saudi Premier League side have cancelled their tour of China this week because Ronaldo sustained injury. This has sparked fears it could miss Al Nassr's friendly game against Inter Miami. But the five-time Ballon d'Or winner has hinted that he will not be out for long. Ronaldo posted on Instagram an image of himself waving the Al Nassr fans and captioned it, "See you soon, Al Nassr." And he will hope to have the 33-year-old fit and ready to rekindle his iconic rivalry with Messi. The pair will meet at the 2024 Riyadh Season Cup. The remains of late Mr. Ichie Michael Onyedika Chukwudumodu has been committed to Mother Earth at Ubinago, Abu Village, Dunukofia, Cancer area. Many mourners expressed sadness over his unfortunate demise as a vehicle accident on his way to his hometown, Wolfram Oka, to attend a church function. We have details of this report from here.
In his sermon, Right Reverend Samuel Chukwuka, the retired Bishop of Isukwato, reminded Christians on the need to be firmly rooted in God, which no one knows when death will call upon, pointing that Ichie Udumodu lived an accomplished life as a bank manager at First Bank, a titled man of his community, and an ardent church member, praying for the repose of his soul.
It's not easy. When I no nearby. Atọ̀pá ìbò ozu ụfọdụ a na-ebe mma n'oge ọnọdụ n'oge achọrọ ka ọ nọ asidenti ka o si wee nara nwere onye ọbụrụ ya ka ọ na-aya afe ọnọrọzi ka esi eme mana etu onye ọbụla siri na ọnụ oge elu Chineke si na ife ya amarọ adị eme. Amen.
The first son of the deceased, Mr. Chibweze Udumodu, explained that the father was a peaceful, honest, and loving man who doesn't like bickering with anyone, but rather loved living joyfully with all and appreciated the late father for his impact in his life.
He's a person that if you come to him for something, no matter how small, he will give you advice. The advice will give you more than what somebody here will get more than he carries.
The second son, Mr. Akolisa Odumodu, remarked that the father was a jolly fellow who is always willing to assist others in need, as he shared a lot of interesting memories with him and advised all to be cautious of the kind of life they live. Chief Paul Odumodu, an extended family member, said the departed was a good man who served the church and the community and even lost his life in the process.
Ochi night. Oka no kana lo ka no lo ka ka no ba iji ba. So
reading a tribute on behalf of Council of Knights, Diocese of Oka Anglican Communion, the President, Professor Emma Ezenwaji of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, noted that the deceased was a shining star both in his work, religious and community life, and will be painfully missed. Late Ichie Udumodu died at the age of 64 and was a regular analyst on ABS radio and television programs. Professor Stella Okunna, the Deputy Vice Chancellor for University Oka, amongst others, came to condole with the family.
May the soul of late Mr. Michael Ludumudu rest in peace. Amen. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS on many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Okar. Follow on X at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. To end the news this morning, a recap of the main points. Anambra State has won 4 prestigious awards in innovation and digital economy. And the LEA Anambra State chapter has seized a laser drugs weighing 3.3 tons. Nigerian government to partner with China in infrastructure developments. Houthi rebels have set fire to UK tanker in the Red Sea. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that ends the breakfast news at this time on ABS Television. Thanks for watching. I am Priska Wanko. Good morning.
On assumption of office, Mr. Governor Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo declared a state of emergency on roads in Anambra State. He has since turned the entire state into a construction site. Within 10 months in office, over 270 kilometers of road have been flagged off and contractors paid 30 to 50% upfront. More roads are also being constructed and they will be done with tax money. Please join hands with Mr. Governor to give us more smooth, slicky roads in Anambra State. Remember, better soup na money killer. Nnukwu ano kpata nnukwu nkwụ, obele ano akpata obele nkwụ. Please pay your tax as a